So here it is. This is the new Google Daydream View headset, and in this video I'm going to unbox it and give it a thorough hands-on review. But before I do so, I would like to thank the Daydream District, sponsor of the month of October, which is Skybox. Alright, and now let's get to the unboxing. So here we are, welcome again to the unboxing and hands-on review of the Daydream View 2. My name is Sebastian and this channel is called Daydream District, bringing you the latest and greatest of Daydream VR. So if this is your first time here and you would like to stay up to date about anything Daydream VR, consider subscribing. But now, let us really unbox this thing. I get it here in Germany from the online store and it cost me a whopping 109 euros, up from last year's 69 euros. And this is a price increase of 40 euros. I can't understand it. Why would you make this so much more expensive when actually you have to catch up in the market? So I do believe this is a big strategic mistake that you're doing here. And especially with the Oculus Go looming in the very near future, I'm sure you have to bring the price down no matter how good this device is going to be. Well, I'm going to check it out in this hands-on review, how good it actually is. I hope that this headset will improve on all the negative aspects of the first Daydream View, which were comfort, light leakage, overheating, and of course the bad field of view. So if this could improve on all of this, this is going to be a winner and we're gonna find out super soon now. So now I should be able to open this up. Let me just figure out how, and then I'm going to hold it in my hands for the very first time very soon. So one more thing to cut here, and this should be it. So let me open the box. Yep, it works. And here it is, just lying in that box. And here is the motion controller and some manuals, but let's focus on the headset first here now. And directly what we can tell, it has the top strap. Well, we knew that, of course. But yeah, it's good to see it here directly mounted to it, so you don't have to mount it yourself. It's already directly mounted to the headset. Yeah, in terms of weight, it feels very comparable to the Daydream View 1. The material does feel better, absolutely an improvement to the Daydream View 1. And yeah, overall it looks incredible. So here is again the top strap, and let's have a look at the lenses as well. Yeah, absolutely bigger. Directly with the first look, you can tell they are much bigger than the lenses of the Daydream View 1. And later in this hands-on review, we're also directly going to compare the two headsets with each other. So now let me open that flap here and let's have a look at the heatsink. So the heatsink is here directly in that flap and it's made of magnesium. So you can tell by touching it, it does feel like it can conduct the heat very well, and we're going to check this out later together in this hands-on review. And again, the lenses, yes, they are Fresnel lenses, so there might be some God rays whenever we have some high contrast scenes, like high contrast scenes being white letters on black background, for example, but we're also going to see that in the hands-on review later. So now let me free this from this plastic stuff here, and then once I did so, I'm going to check out the straps, and then we can have a look at the controller, and then we can compare this to the Daydream View 1, and then we're going to go to the hands-on review where I'm going to put this on for the very first time. So definitely stay tuned to this video. It's going to be very, very exciting once we check it out, once we test it really for the very first time. So the last plastic stuff that I have to detach here, and then we were going to see the straps in all their glory. So here they are. I actually liked the strap mechanism for the Daydream View 1, and it seems like it's going to be exactly the same here in the Daydream View 2. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same mechanism to tighten the straps just like in the Daydream View 1, and that worked really well. So here, the top strap, you can detach it if you don't like it, but why wouldn't you like it? Because it's going to take some weight off the headset, so it won't be as front heavy. Again, let's open this and close it again just to check it out. And yeah, this looks very good. Now let's have a look again at the mask here. You can detach it just like in the Daydream View 1. If you should want to wash it, for example, you can do so. So basically it's all the same, just different lenses, different material, and we have a heatsink here right now. So what else is in the box? We have this manual, and of course here is the Daydream View motion controller. And directly obvious when you have a look at it, it's the app button. The app button now is looking a bit different now. It's coming a bit out from the body of the motion controller. So this should be very good when you're in VR. It's going to be much easier to differentiate between the app button and the home button, because now it comes out from the body. So let me just do the clicking test. Yes, feels very similar to the old Daydream View controller, and we have this face here again. Hello, hello, hello. And now, yeah, it feels good. It feels good. Yes, definitely good. Also the volume rockers. So now let's compare this with the Daydream View 1. So here are the two generations next to each other. On the right you see the old Daydream View 1 from 2016, and on the left the new one from 2017. In terms of weight they are very, very similar. No big differences here, but the new one, it looks much better, I have to say. It looks much more streamlined and modern. And yeah, now let's have a look at the lenses, the most important. And you see the difference? It's a huge difference. The lenses from the Daydream View 2 look much bigger than these of the Daydream View 1, and that's going to be the big difference. Also, now let's have a look at the lenses from the other side. Okay, let me get this right here. So here, now I should have it. Yes. It's not so easy to do that, you know? Okay, so now from the other side as well, yes, the lenses are much bigger. And on the top, on the Daydream View 2, we have Fresnel lenses, which help us to get a bigger FLV, and I'm going to check that out. So yeah, from downstairs, the nose room looks very similar actually. I don't see big differences here. But again, I'm also going to check light leakage when I'm going to wear the Daydream View 2 for the very first time. And this is going to happen also in this video. And here are the two controllers. As you can tell, on the left we have the new one, on the right the old one. And the only difference is really the app button, which comes out from the body and which is easier to feel when you're in virtual reality. So definitely an improvement. But the improvements stop here. We still don't have the trigger button that we all want, dear Daydream team, okay? So we want the trigger button in the motion controller. It would be great to have them probably in the next iteration. So now let me take off this protective foil here to have a closer look at the lenses. And you can tell directly these are Fresnel lenses with these concentric rings. And normally they come with these God rays in this high contrast scenes, just like I told you before. Well, I'm going to check that out once we are in VR with this. Anyways, this does look good, looks much bigger than Daydream View 1. And let's have a look again from here. Can you tell? Yeah, it does look good. Looks big. So yeah, I can't wait to check that out in virtual reality. And now get ready for the hands-on review of the Daydream View 2. So that was the unboxing of the second generation Daydream View headset. And now to the moment of truth. I'm so excited to wear this for the very first time and you can witness it. So this is how it's going to go down. I'm first going to try it without a phone just to check, is it more comfortable in your face, and how about the light leakage? Is it any better? Then in the second part, I'm going to put on the phone, I'm going to run Daydream, and I'm going to let you know about the FOV and the overall clarity of the picture and how much better is it than the first Daydream View. So now, let's do this. Let me wear this for the very first time and see how it is. Okay, my very first reaction, so much better. It feels so much better than the Daydream View. It doesn't feel like it goes into my cheekbones like the first one. This is more rounded, it's more snug to my face. So that is definitely much better than the Daydream View 1, great. And it doesn't feel as front heavy as well because we have the third strap here. So my very first initial reaction, yes, it is much more comfortable to wear. And actually for this one, I'm looking forward to wear this much longer than the first one, since the first one I didn't feel was very comfortable. Yeah, but this one is much, much better, a big improvement. Awesome. So, yep, this is great. And now for the light leakage, well, honestly speaking, there's still some light leakage. However, I have to compare it now with the Daydream View 1 in order to really be able to tell you, is it much better or is it around the same? Let me simply now compare it directly with the Daydream View 1. Okay, so I would say the light leakage is a bit better in the Daydream View 2, not as much as in the Daydream View 1, but honestly speaking there's not so much difference since there's still lots of room for your nose. And actually I do enjoy to have a bit more room for the nose instead of having something press against it all the time and have it super snug. So there is still some light leakage here. However, it is better. Let me directly look into the lights here. Okay, and let me check that again. No, absolutely, yes. Absolutely, the light leakage is less pronounced in the Daydream View 2 than in the Daydream View 1, yes. Yes, there's absolutely a difference. Might not be the huge difference, but actually there is difference and it is better. So it is more comfortable. There is less light leakage and it's not as front heavy anymore because we finally have this third strap here. So this is good. Yeah, it's absolutely not as front heavy anymore. That's great. Okay, perfect. Very nice. Let me open that. Okay. Now I'm looking forward to try out Daydream. So now for the second part of this hands-on review of me the first time trying this out, I'm going to try out a Daydream game. And I'm going to do that together with you, and you will be able to check out my first initial reactions And then again, I'm going to switch back and forth between the old Daydream 1 and the second generation Daydream View and tell you what is the difference. So now let's get into Daydream. Okay, so yes, absolutely a much better FOV, a big difference to the Daydream View 1. This is now here for the home screen. I can tell already the difference. I can see more. Yeah, and for the clarity of the picture, okay, you know what? Let's just start a game here. Oh yes. Oh yeah. It looks great. This lady looks better than she's ever looked in VR. Okay, yeah, that does make a difference. It's now much closer to, for example, the Oculus Rift. And actually with a higher clarity. It looks actually better than the Oculus Rift. Looks great. Looks really, really good. Okay, let's do this. Head and aim forward and then hold to recenter. Oh yeah. So do I see any difference because of the Fresnel lenses like God rays or something? No, not at all. Not at all. It simply looks as immersive as I've never seen it on Daydream. This is such an improvement. Okay, okay, there's definitely hope for this platform. This is good. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay, let's check out some more games. So this is now the perfect game to check out the FOV. Because here we have lots of things to see here. And well, I will directly make the comparison to the Daydream View 1. Once I flew through these things here. So yeah, for the clarity of the picture, it's fantastic. It's just fantastic. Those lenses are great. Those lenses are simply awesome and nice. And you can see such a big difference in the FOV. So you should definitely pick up the Daydream View 2 if you have the chance to get your hands on one instead of the Daydream View 1. Nice. So this looks beautiful. And now I'm going to check the same game now with the Daydream View 1 just for the sake of comparison. Okay, let's go dive into the water. Wow, okay, great. Okay, now actually I can tell that the magnesium heatsink here got a bit warm already, so this seems to work great. Oh yes, this is a huge difference. this is a huge difference because for the Daydream View 1, it simply feels as if you're looking through binoculars. This is super pronounced, these kind of rings, that you don't see anymore with the Daydream View 2. So already here in the beginning, I can tell that your field of view is severely smaller in the Daydream View 1 as compared to the Daydream View 2, where you don't see these rings anymore. It's much, much better. So now let me check out Ultra Wings and what kind of difference that makes when really playing a game. So for these white on black, you don't see any ghost rays now here with the Daydream View 1. You have this with the Daydream View 2. However, this is really not a huge problem. Okay, so yeah, everything is through binoculars now. I mean, I got used to it in this 1 year, of course, but now with the Daydream View 2, oh, this is really such a big difference. So I'm going to play this again now. Oh yes, oh yes. Directly in the first second I can tell you, this looks funny now, as if I'm looking through binoculars. Big difference, very, very big difference. Anyways, let's fly a moment. Let me just take off here. Well, one benefit of this binocular, of this kind of small FOV, is probably that you won't get sick as fast, because you just have this tunnel view. So yeah, okay, this is a huge difference. I think now I'm still a bit used to it, right, because I've been using it for 1 year, but once I'm going to get used to the Daydream View, I think the Daydream View 2, there's absolutely no going back anymore to the Daydream View 1. Yes. Oh, you see, I really have to turn my neck much more in order to see the rest. Didn't have to do that with the Daydream View 2. And it directly overheats here in the Daydream View 2. Wow. Wow. Okay, so the heatsink in the Daydream View 2 really works as well. Nice. So let's cool this phone down by flying into the water. Oh, much better. So I just went hands-on with the new Daydream View and I'm impressed. This headset is so much better than the Daydream View of last year. It's a big improvement, and basically Google has improved on all the negative things that we had to say about the Daydream View 1. Great job, Google, really well done. First of all, it's more comfortable in your face. It's really very, very much better than the Daydream View 1. There is less light leakage. Then there is a heatsink here in the front, which really works. Well, I have to try that out much longer than I did now, right? But as I could tell that this was getting warm. So this is a perfect sign that this is going to work. And then of course the most important improvement is the better FOV, and really it makes such a huge difference. It doesn't feel anymore like looking through these little binoculars. It looks much better, very much comparable now to Oculus Rift, for example. So wow, this is a huge difference. So if you have the Daydream View of last year, would it make sense for you to buy this one to upgrade? I can clearly tell you, yes, do it. This is so much better than this here, and you don't have to put the gel pack in front as well to prevent overheating. You simply use this one with the integrated heatsink, and you will be able to enjoy mobile VR, which is nearly on par with Oculus Rift, for example. It's great. It is so good. So definitely worth to get this for $99. I still do believe this should be much cheaper just for Google to sell more of these and to fight against the upcoming Oculus Go. However, this is an awesome headset. and I can't wait to use this longer. I think I will be completely unable to go back to the old headset just because of that FOV, the improvements in comfort, and overall this is simply incredible, and Google has done a fantastic job on this one. And yes, this one you can absolutely go for it as soon as possible if you would like to have the best VR experience, the best Daydream experience that you can possibly have. And actually now with this improved version of the Daydream View, I believe this can easily compete now with the Gear VR in terms of overall function, because it is so much better. Now for the Fresnel lenses, they help with this FOV. You do have a bit of God rays. You have a bit of God rays when you have these high contrast scenes, like white on a complete black background. However, it is not so bad. It is much less than, for example, on the Oculus Rift. And well, in the normal games you won't have these scenes. And I just tried out Ultra Wings, and it simply looks so much better than on the Daydream View 1, simply because of this higher FOV, and you don't look through these binoculars. So yes, these are my first impressions. This is a great headset, a fantastic headset, most probably the best mobile VR headset that is out there right now. I'm going to compare this with the Gear VR 2017. I'm going to write an in-depth review about this headset once I have tried it for a week or so. But my very first impressions, thumbs up for the new Daydream View 2. So that's it for this unboxing and hands-on review of the new Daydream View headset from Google. I hope you enjoyed this hands-on review. If yes, give it a thumbs up. And if you love this channel and would like to support me and being able to keep doing this online, please do check out my Patreon. The link is in the description below. But now, keep on daydreaming and see you in the next video.